Hi, I'm Ellen from the Spellbound Bead Company, and I'm going to show you how to make this star-covered hair clip. To make our hair clip, we're going to use an 8cm hair clip, 9 8mm squares in a gunmetal grey colour, and 9 silver metal stars. And to attach them to the clip, we're going to use some smoke grey coloured wire in a 0.315mm thickness. So I've cut the wire to about approximately 1 metre long, and we're going to leave 15 centimetres of wire at the beginning. We're going to use that to attach our beading to the clip at the end. So first things you need to do is just thread on one of your square beads, and then we're going to thread on a star. Okay, so you just wrap the wire over the top of your bead like so, and pass the wire back through the centre of the bead, of the square bead. So you can pull it tight so that you've got your little star sitting flush on top of your bead like so. Then you're going to thread on another square bead, and then you want this bead to sit next to the first one, but you want the wire to be sitting along the sides. And then take the long end of the wire and pass it back through the original bead, the one that's now got the star on it. Squash your wire so that you've now got 2 beads wired together. And then take that wire end again and pass it back through the hole in the new bead that you've just added. Try not to get any kinks in your wire as you're threading it through, because that'll make your life harder. Try and keep it as smooth as possible, like that. And then you're going to add another star onto the top of this new bead. So I'm going to use a different star this time. So like that, and then make sure it's sitting across the top. Pass your wire back through the centre again. Make sure it's on nice and tightly. Obviously you can have a little bit of movement on them, but that might add a little extra bit of sparkle to your clip. Then we're going to add on our next square. Like so. Make sure it's sitting nicely. You don't want too many loops of wire if you can help it. Keep it nice and tight as possible. And then again, back through the hole on the previous bead. And then pull your wire nice and tight. And then again, back through the new bead you've just added. and then add on your next star. So we're simply just making a chain of 9 beads. And then we're going to add on next square. So you can see it's ready. It's quick to build once you've got the sequence. Adding your star, adding your new square bead on to form a little chain, I guess, or a little small ladder of beads. And pass it back through. New bead. Once you've got started, there's a bit more to hold on to, so it makes it much easier. And then add on another star. So you just continue in the same way all the way along until you've got, oh, put my star on the wrong side, you see, not paying attention. I'll flip it over. So continue your chain along until you've got 9 beads in a row. So once you've completed your row of 9, it should look something like this, all attached together. And now all we need to do is attach our beads onto our hair clip. First thing we need to do is take your clip it open, and we need to remove the spring part from the centre of your clip. So if you just slip it up over the hinge there and slide it out. Now we're going to wrap the wire onto our clip. So if you hold it up over the top, you can see it's the right length to fit on there. And what we're going to do is take one end of the wire, we're going to pass it through a little hole on the end. Try and get it to behave itself, right. And then just gently wrap it round through the holes to make sure that it's secure and it's not going anywhere on the end. Pass it back through the hole in a sort of figure of 8 on the end there. Making sure it's not moving. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use this end of wire to wrap over the top between each bead. So if you wrap it, bring it to the side there, and if you see, if you just pass it gently through so that the wire sits between the 2 square beads and pull it tight, and then pass underneath the clip bit, because we don't want any of the wire to get caught up in the clip mechanism. So pass it underneath there like so, then onto our next one. Hold it where you want the wire to sit and then wrap it round and gently move it along. So hold it in place next to the gap between the beads and then just lash it over the top. So you can see underneath we're creating a sort of zigzag, but across the top it's sitting straight in a straight line between the beads, like so. And then we're going to do, once we've got to the centre, leave that on the centre, and we're going to do the same thing, work from the inside out from the other end as well. So as before, pass through the hole on the end of the clip, round, then back through the hole, just to keep it nice and secure on the end. And again, back through. And then again, the same as before. Lash it over the top of your beads. Put through underneath. Try and keep it nice and tight so that it doesn't show so much at the front. And then repeat. Now you can see this end is quite short, so I'm going to go back to my other end, which has still got a bit longer, and then just make sure you've got holding all in place. So now you can see that your clip is all nice and secure on the top there. You can see the diagonal stripes across the top. Then once you get to the end, when you've been across every one across the top, so you take your two ends of wire and then we're just going to twist them together to keep them nice and secure. Like that. And then make sure you pass them underneath get it to cooperate. Pass them underneath one of the diagonal stripes you've got across the back there to keep all the any sharp ends out of the way. And then simply trim off any ends you've got left, and then that leaves all you've got left to do is slot in the spring and gently slot it back into place, and then you've got your hair clip.